on Broadway it's very solid, but on the road it's flown in, and so it sways. And I had to go up there when I played Fiyero, and go up there at other parts of the show as myself.
You're an expert at heights.
And yeah, it kind of made me like very accustomed to heights, and so the fact that set wasn't moving or going anywhere, I felt okay. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, so someone actually asked the question of, have you ever done a tour in the UK?
No, I did a tour of Japan. I did a Japanese tour, but
what was that like, being in Japan?
It was cool and it was hard. I mean, it was hard because I don't eat meat, and so I was expecting there to be, I eat fish, right. And so there was I was expecting there to be like sushi on every corner, and there just wasn't. Like it's only near the fish markets because they know there's sushi and they like it super fresh, and so there was a lot of things I was like, what am I eating right now? And so I think that was like, if there was any source of like discontentment, it would be the fact that I was always like hungry. But the people there were lovely, and they loved our show, and we were just treated so well there, and they're beautiful people in a beautiful country. I would go back anytime.
I always feared that I would be lost in translation out there.
It kind of was like that. I mean, I definitely had to learn certain phrases just to be able to get around, because people do not speak English there. It's like so many different countries you go to, you can kind of get by because you'll find someone that speaks English, and no, people there just don't speak English.
Yeah.
They don't at all. And there's not English writing. That's what's hard too.
Yeah.
It's the kanji characters, and so you really are lost.
But they love it's really the story and the emotions. That's what's so great too.
Yeah, they love American musicals. It's very, very strange. I don't understand the connection there, but very strange audiences, very polite. They don't like to applaud during the middle of the show. They feel like it's disruptive.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, you might hit like a big button, like, oh, Broadway, and it's like, but then they go crazy at the end. So it's cool.
Now, someone asked, how long have you been doing Wicked?
On and off for about 2.5 years.
That's a long time. How do you keep it fresh?
I don't know that I do. No.
The fans seem to think that you do.
Well, what's cool about Wicked is that the witches can only do the show for so long. Mm-hmm. It's like usually witches are on a 6 or 9 month contract. So when you get new witches, the whole show kind of changes. It really does. And so they infuse a lot of new energy. And so every 9 months, you kind of just get to reinvest in a new retelling of the story, kind of a new take. The two witches we have right now, when I came back in, I was like, wow, it just feels like a different show with them. And it's just, you just listen, and I don't know, you just listen. Just listen. That's
I love
it.
that. It's the most important thing. That's the rule of number 1 of acting. Listen and react. Now, someone said, on behalf of Emily, what fish would you be?
Well, here's the thing. I would never be.
You eat them, so it's...
I eat them, but I have ichthyophobia.
Do you really?
I do. I'm absolutely terrified of fish, so I would never, ever want to be a fish. I'm, like, so frightened by them.
I love that. Now you have to tell us other fears.
No,
Let it out.
That's it, because I'm an avid water skier. And,
nice.
And I literally will sit on the back of the boat, put on my life jacket, put on my gloves, and literally will put my ski on and tell them to turn on the boat, because I don't want to sit in the water with the fish.
Oh, wow. And yet you eat them. I love that.
Completely irrational fear. I know. I thought I would grow out of it, but I haven't. I'm scared of them.
Now, Nicole North, I believe it is, wants to know, are you ever afraid that you're going to forget your lines?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time. I mean, like, usually I will go over each scene right before it happens, just because you have to constantly review them. In fact, Altar Boys, when I did Altar Boys, that was the hardest show to remember lines, because I would say in most shows, you're talking to someone that talks back to you.
Right.
And so that kind of moves the story forward, and it keeps you on track, and it makes it very easy. Mm-hmm. And you're moving around, like points of reference. It's very difficult for me to memorize words without knowing where I am on the stage and that sort of thing. I just can't memorize. Yeah. And but Altar Boys, you're talking to an audience, and they don't respond. They don't talk back to you, and so every thought is your own new thought. And so if you just forget, then you're just kind of screwed. And it happened to me all the time.
Well, everyone's asking, too. I love this. People are saying any memorable blunders or mistakes that have happened in your shows, any show in particular.
I'm sorry, I just spit all over you. It's so funny. Today at work, we were actually talking about this because we had a blunder today. Dr. Dillman just had like a little slip up, and we thought it was really funny, but we were kind of reminiscing about other slip ups. And there was a time, there was a Madame Morrible, and the Madame Morribles are notorious for going up on lines.
Yeah.
She said, the day you first met the Wizard of Oz, and although he didn't know you were there. And that's not any part of the show. She was singing the whole thing, just making up words, and we just thought it was hysterical.
Whole different show.
Completely different, yeah. I can't remember, the real lyrics are, the day you were first summoned to the, I can't even think of, I'm in the show every day and I can never think of the words. The day you were first summoned to the da-da-da-da, and although he did not tell you why initially, that's what it is. Just completely made it up. So that was a good one.
I love that. Now, Justin is asking, what are your hobbies other than acting?
Well, I'm very handy.
Okay.
And I'm always building something.
Nice.
I refinished a coffee table this morning.
Oh, very cool. I know Alice Ripley is very into art as well. So would you guys do projects backstage?
Well, we didn't have much time to do that. But Alice, when they were in D.C., Alice did a lot of art, and she likes to paint.
Yeah.
And so she painted a lot of things that have ended up backstage at the booth. So yeah, that's cool. But I'm very into my
handyman.
I am. I'm always like building something or fixing something, or that's basically what I do.
Kyle the Builder.
Yeah, that's true.
That's your new show. I'm gonna write it for you. Now, I just lost that question. This is very exciting because I'm tech-tarded, as I like to tell people, and so now all of a sudden I'm losing questions. Okay, NJ Stalker again asks, how is the transformation from Gabe into Next to Normal to your character in Wicked?
Well, I think it's completely unrelated.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. They're like night and day. My character in Wicked is, it couldn't be any more different. I'm covered head to toe in costuming and just crazy weird movement, and it really has. You can't even compare the two.
Now, Lauren wants to know: have you ever done two shows at the same time? Well, we'll find out right now.
Two shows at the same time? Well,
kinda, sorta.
For people that were at the booth last week, I did do Next to Normal last week.
Yeah.
And I'm back at Wicked this week, so kinda, sorta.
Do you feel a little schizophrenic because you're back and forth?
Yeah, a little bit. But no, I do two shows a lot, actually, because I'm almost constantly doing readings and workshops, and we do those during the day, and then you go and do your other show at night, and so I do that a lot. Wicked Girl wants to know what your